practice for round 3. I'll just quickly make sure, yes, this is going for round 3 of BeamNG Automation Racing. We've got our 8 cars lined up here, all with rally variants of our racetrack. Obviously the straight on this track is the only bit that's paved, and then as we go through turn 1, it is all dirt. We'll go through a run through on Thursday when it's a race. This is the first practice, so let's send cars out, start the replay. Obviously setup is a lot different on this track compared to others because there's dirt. Cars are all running dirt tyres. And last season, only one car completed this race. BMW was the fastest, or not the fastest, definitely the most consistent through all 3 practices we had last season and qualifying as well. So should see on the map, cars will head out in this direction and then they will come back along where that green dot is. And the brown line is dirt track. Porsche was really, really slow here last season. Able to see if they're any better this season, because this is a real turning point for Porsche last season. And now we'll send it off. So that is all of our cars going. Renault almost loses it across the bridge, being caught really quickly by the BMW. So Renault escorted off the track and Renault is out. So looking at the replay of the Volvo's, not the Volvo, the Renault's incident, we're going to be able to see here that it gets out of shape quite early in its attempt to do a lap. As you can see, it's wobbling all over the place here out of turn 1, and the BMW comes up behind it really quite quickly. We should see BMW appear soon, but it almost puts it in the river twice here. Very lucky not to. And then the BMW just comes along, collects it from behind, and off the road it goes. And then once you're in here, it's very, very hard to recover. And that is the end of Renault's day. We'll head back to the racing now. The BMW going really well, really quickly to start off with. Porsche looks to be in all sorts of trouble. Volvo's got damage already. Not really sure how, but put all these cars into the camera mode, like the TV camera mode. It's first racing car. Actually doesn't look too bad, but as I say that, the exhaust has come off. It's not showing on the damage module, but no, maybe not even the exhaust. Something is scraping along the ground under that car. So Fife Racing car coming down into second last corner, or the final 2 corners before onto the straight. McLaren is catching the Fife Racing car and Toyota has lost it across the top of the ridge. Actually, we have a car. The BMW is on its roof. BMW is on its roof. It's gone off the side and down. We'll get a replay up. So now we're right on board with BMW prior to it going off the edge of the cliff just up here. So again, not going too bad, but wheel spin sort of got the better of it. And it's come into this corner across the top of the ridge, turned really late, snapped back the wrong way, and then just couldn't save it. And it's gone straight off the edge of the hill and really gone in there quite hard. So BMW's out after removing Renault, and Volvo is catching the Porsche. Oh, Volvo and the Porsche have gone off. So we'll have a look at a replay of that about now as well, hopefully. So watching the Volvo now, this will be the incident between the Volvo and the Porsche. So Porsche is slow for some reason, and then it's just gone straight into the back of it. That's pushed both of them off the side. They've hit that little tree there, and then they've both just slid right off the side. So to blame for that one, it's kind of Porsche's fault. This is what happened to the Porsche before it gets hit by the Volvo. It's just really slow coming out of that corner, and I don't know why. It's not revving, it's not spinning the wheels. It's just slow, and then all of a sudden it starts to get going, and right here gets collected. I don't really know what was going on with that, but it's the end of both of their practice session right there. So I've already got 4 cars off. Life Racing will start lap 2. McLaren's on lap 2 as well. Toyota has severe damage. We'll have to have a look what happened to the Toyota as well. So this is where the Toyota ends up getting that front end damage that we've seen. So it comes out of the hairpin heading up the hill. And we'll see just here into the corner that goes across the top of the ridge. It's clipped the tree on the inside. Pushed the guard back on the right hand front. And that's where it's then started leaking coolant and started to overheat. Still going, so Renault's out, BMW's upside down, Porsche and Volvo stuck here. First Racing still going right, and the car actually doesn't look too bad across this dirt section. Hard to know how fast it is, but getting up to almost 100 kilometers an hour is not bad going. Yeah, the McLaren is definitely close to the Fife Racing car. Definitely looks a whole lot more stable. Like, it looks really good, this McLaren here for practice for round 3. He's now right on the back of the Fife Racing car. And, oh, there's been a big crash with the Fife Racing car and the McLaren. And the Fife Racing car is going to get revenge. And have to remove these 2 cars, which means that the replay is going to stop. Hopefully I can get that replay back. So we're just going to ride on board with First Racing, as they are the only car left. And there's still a few more minutes left in this session. Still got 15 minutes in this session. So yeah, not a whole lot to commentate on when all the cards have crashed out. McLaren's collected. Fife Racing car, we just saw the replay of that. We saw the replay a bit earlier on of the Toyota going off, the Renault going off. BMW has gone right over the edge of the cliff. No one's gone off there before, but BMW made it the first. And Porsche and Volvo coming together as well in this first practice session here for round 3, races 4 and 5. There's a bit of front wing that the first car is going to collect. and just discard off to the left. Big slide. Corrected way too much, and he's going to go off the edge. That's exactly where the BMW went. And there goes the first racing car. Ended up in the same spot as the BMW. And that will be a red flag for this session. So we've got a BMW and a first car right in here in the jungle. Up the top of the ridge here, we've got a Volvo and a Porsche. We had a Fife racing car and a McLaren just here. And then down here, we've got a Renault and a Toyota. So that concludes practice as all the cars are out. And hopefully my editing has been somewhat decent to bring us a decent video, but see you tomorrow for practice 2